Hi guys, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming, and today we're taking a look at Dispatch. Dispatch is a story-based superhero game. It's made by a lot of Telltale Games alumni. I'll get that right this time.
We're not looking for miracles.
So you kind of know what you're in for. There's a lot of watching stuff. They have tried to make it more sort of inclusive while you're watching the game, in that they peppered it with quick time events, which I suppose it does make you sort of keep on your toes, but
pretty sparse, but feel free.
I could live without them personally, and there is the option to turn them off if it pisses you off. So in Dispatch you play as superhero Mecha Man, who gets his mech blown up, so you're just like a regular dude. And you get recruited by Blonde Blazer, buxom superhero, flighty, shooty, big boob. You know, your prototypical blonde superhero girl, basically. Into the SDN, I think it's called, which is basically a subscription service, and then you get calls from your members, and you send superheroes out to deal with their problems. Usually, like, big problems, although there are instances of like cats up trees, balloons missing, stuff like that. And you're brought on to Z Squad, or Z Team, I think it's called, which is part of the Phoenix Initiative. That sounds amazing, doesn't it? Now, what it means is you've got a load of fuck-ups. So all your team is comprised of ex-supervillains that are trying to go straight. They don't really have respect for you, they don't have really respect for the clients, they just do what they want to fucking do, and you kind of have to deal with it a lot of the time. And the story unfolds from there. You have basically 3 parts of each episode. It was released episodically, there are 8. The first part is obviously a little story section. The animation, I've got to say, is one of the big things that drew me to the game. It's just really nicely done. There's something so pleasing about it that I was just like, okay, I'm buying it. Fine. And so you have your story section. You make decisions through conversation, and as I say, there's quick time events. I haven't really felt enough to know if they make any difference to the story. I doubt that they do, if I'm honest. And then you have a central section, and this is where the bulk of the gameplay is. It's light gameplay, but it is there. So basically you'll be dispatching superheroes to different jobs in the city. And each job will tell you, there'll be a description of what the job is, and some words that you kind of like have to like key in on. Because that will tell you, oh yeah, I need like superheroes that can fight, or I need brainy superheroes, or charismatic ones, stuff like that. And then you assemble a team. It can be between 1 and 4 heroes, and you will send them out to the job. They'll get to the job, and then a graph will come up to show you what the job requires. It's like a hexagon, maybe? Is it 7 or is it 6? Somewhere around there. No, hexagon's 6, isn't it? Because hex is 6. Whatever. Yeah, I suck at shapes and everything else. But so it basically show you there'll be like a little spread graph on there showing you which attributes you need, and then your heroes' combined skills will go over that, and sometimes you'll cover everything and it'll be 100% success, or sometimes you just get a little sliver and it'll be like 8% success. And then this dot bounces around, and if it lands in an area that's covered by your skills, you succeed, and if it doesn't, then you fail. You will occasionally get interrupted during jobs, in which case you have the chance to actually use specific skills or heroes. Sometimes a hero will be particularly suited to that situation, and you'll have a special option to immediately resolve the job. And you'll have other ones where you can say, oh, okay, this was a brain job, it wanted a lot of brains, and I kind of screwed it up, but there's an option here where I can fight my way out, so I'll have to pick that, and then you might have a better fighting skill than you do your brains. But it is pinned, so it's basically you need like level 6 in fighting to beat this. If you don't have level 6, then you're not going to win. Later on it introduced jobs where you can't be above a certain limit in certain skills. There'll be a little X over the certain skill at a certain level, and you can't exceed that with your collective heroes. So like making all your heroes sort of really well rounded could bite you in the ass, because you would only be able to send one hero on that, whereas if you had like specialized heroes that didn't, you know, pile points into that particular aspect, then you could send out maybe 2 or 3, which obviously increases your chances. It took me a while to work out that's what was going on with that, to be fair. I was like, why am I failing? It's just like, can I not do these missions? I'm like, oh, I'm stupid. Which, you know, we all realise, but whatever. So every time you complete a mission, your heroes gain experience. Once they level up, you get 1 point to add to an attribute of your choice on that hero. Lovely. At the end of every shift, you'll get usually a curative item and a random point in a certain skill, which you can then assign to whichever hero you want. So it's pretty nice. If your heroes fail, sometimes it's no big deal. It's just like, oh, I didn't get the cat out of the tree, fuck it. But if it's like in a fight or something like that, or a higher stakes one, then you might get injured. If you're injured twice in a row, you're downed. There are ways to get yourself back from being injured. There's medical items, like as I said. Some heroes do have the ability to heal others while they're in a group with them. So when they're sat on a job together, they will do that. And the heroes overall will unlock more sort of, they're not really powers, but they're sort of benefits, like, oh, every success I get +1 in fighting and mobility. Or, you know, when I go on a job, I can heal up to 2 heroes. Stuff like that. And you can train them as well, which is nice. You get the odd training job comes up where you just send a hero in and pick which skill you want to learn, and it just clocks down like anything. While you're doing this, there are hacking minigames for you to do that you'll get calls in like, oh, my fucking B-Day's pissing water everywhere, hack it for me, because that's how B-Days work apparently in this world. But you can hack it, and there's a hacking minigame that gets harder as it goes along. It's never like hugely difficult, but when they start introducing antiviruses and there's a time limit, unless you turn it off, which you can do, which I did for the footage, you just basically roll a square about, interact with nodes when you just need to do up, down, left, right sort of patterns. There's some are locked, so you need to go find the pieces of the locking code, work out which way round they are. Sometimes it'll fool you, sometimes it'll be a mirror image, so you have to be, there's like read only on there, and you're like, oh, it's backwards, I gotcha. So that's most of the gameplay. As I said, it's relatively thin. I mean, you get a handle on it pretty quickly, and you start to get good at it pretty quickly. At least the sending thing, the hacking stuff is still can be a pain in the arse. It depends how many antiviruses are chasing you around the place, which are a bit annoying. But so the gameplay's light, but the story is why you're here. This is the probably the first game that I've been as into as I was the first episode of the Walking Dead game, the Telltale one. It's voice acted really well. It's animated brilliantly. They've got some big names in the cast. Some names I'm a little bit about. Like Alana Pierce, for instance. I generally don't like most of her takes, but as a voice actress with nothing else, she does a fine job here. She's believable as the character. And you have some like fairly larger names. You have a couple of YouTubers in there, so you've got Moist Critical and Jacksepticeye are playing characters. The lead is played by Aaron Paul, obviously of Breaking Bad fame. I didn't recognize him for a moment, and then he said something specific that had like a Jesse twang to it. And I was like, that's Aaron Paul. I looked at it, I was like, yeah, that's Aaron Paul. Okay. He seems to... I've only seen, like, outside of Breaking Bad, I've only seen Need for Speed with him in it. And, oh no, there was, there's a sci-fi thing with this girl and him, and they're being taken over by something. It's so memorable, I can't remember the name of it. It was... Oh, is it the Spanish lady with a nice arse from Blood? Vin Diesel, Blood... Oh, names! I'm getting old, leave me alone. Anyway, if you know, you know. Okay. And obviously there's some voice actors in there as well. I mean, Jeffrey Wright's in there. He's a relative big name. But you got Laura Bailey, you got Travis Willingham, and Matthew Mercer, who have all done a lot of voice acting in the past. And I just like the characters, man. I just go through. I mean, you do have the opportunity to romance a couple of them. Both are women, so that's a nice change for games, isn't it? You've got Blonde Blazer, who is the flying, prototypical, stacked, blonde hero. And she's quite a nice person as well, to be fair. It's not just... You do kind of like... She is the goody two-shoes when she starts out, but, you know, you sort of get to know her, and there's a bit more underneath, I would say. And then you have, like, the bad girl, who's Invisi-Girl, who most people go for, because they do the whole, I have 38% of people went and did this sort of thing during the episodes, or at the end of them, I should say. And, yeah, Invisi-Girl, Septum Ring, so I went with...
How long was the
Blonde Blazer for my initial playthrough. I did go back through because I did like her as a character. I had to see past the septum. It's close enough though, in order to like romance her, because I liked her as a character and I liked the journey they went on and all of that. And plus, like, you see her dreaming about getting shagged.
Get the paintings out.
That's always going to appeal, you know. There's always going to be a slight.
I'm going to be insufferable about this.
Yep, okay. I know who I'm romancing next time. I'd already kind of thrown my lot in at that point now. There is nudity in the game, as I just suggested. You male and female. There is a bad guy called Toxic, and he basically becomes this human-shaped melty thing with eyes and a mouth, but obviously it melts his clothes off, so he's got his cock hanging out all the time. I've captured some footage with him in it. The game is good about sort of footage capturing and streaming. You do have the ability to switch out licensed tracks and also censor nudity.
Wow. Really? Is that legal?
Don't ask questions.
So if I use that part of the footage, you'll see a green bloke flying around with a black box over his crotch. I would have preferred a blur, if I'm honest. Black box is fairly intrusive, but it's nice the option's there.
Like you've said a lot in your life.
And, you know, there's that, and there's boobs. You see Invisi-Girl's boobs multiple times, and you see Blonde Blazer's areoli once. Or at least part of it, not the whole thing, unfortunately.
Is it that obvious?
There's no sex other than the dream that Invisi-Girl has.
I want to sit here and fixate on it.
But outside of that...
Whatever.
There's quite a lot of violence. It's quite well done. There's a lot of humor, but it's not like cringe Marvel humor. It's humor that made me actually laugh. I know it's subjective. You might find it cringy. I didn't. I really enjoyed it. I've played the game through twice, and I'm going to be playing it through, getting my wife to play it through as well, because I think it's a game she'll enjoy, because she's not particularly gamey. So like when there's like more than two buttons she has to press, she's like, oh, kind of thing. But she likes stories and making decisions. So like in previous games we've gone through where I've played it, and she's, you know, sort of made the dialogue choices and stuff like that, and sort of said where she wants to go. Although she did complete Hogwarts Legacy and Silent Hill 2, so she had some gamer points for that, I suppose.
Purpose still there.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, if you look on the Steam reviews, it's overwhelmingly positive, and most of the criticisms it's received is the fact that it released in an episodic format. So people not wanting to wait to play more of it, which I guess is kind of a good thing. If they're that angry they have to wait to play more. I waited until it was all out, until I bought it. I wasn't really paying much attention to it. I was just like, it's not that expensive. I like the animation style, so I just went in and went, okay, let's see what it's like. I heard some rumors about it, but I was not prepared for how much I would enjoy it. I'm very much a story-based gamer, though. If you're someone that needs like complex mechanics and, you know, twitch action and stuff like that, at least not the game for you. It's a really well done superhero story. It's got its ups and its downs, and I will say I pumped the air and went, fuck yeah, at one point. But I am a nerd and a prick. And many other things that I will probably get censored on YouTube for saying. But that was me. I had a hell of a hell of a time with the game, and I really hope they do a season 2. I really want to see what decisions roll over. Now, it is like a decision-based game, so you know the drill. It's your decisions aren't that different. Most of the time what they will do is that you will see maybe an alternate version of a scene and then just go back to the same scenes that you've seen if you made the other decision. There's like a core path and it rarely deviates from it. Obviously there are different scenes concerning the love interest, because you know you can't have them both, unfortunately. I would have gone for it, but no. But even then you can see it just goes out. You have the scene with your particular love interest and you come back. Yeah. Maybe I should actually try romancing them both. I don't think you can get there, but you can certainly do like some like dates and shit. But, oh, you know, you got to choose. Actually, that's maybe not them. Never mind. Damn it! I'm just gonna replay it again. But yeah, I mean, it's all about the story, all about the characters. All the voice actors do a fine job. I mean, you've got 2 YouTubers and Alana Pearson, and they do a fine job, and I've got nothing to complain about in their performances. Last time I see Alana Pearson, she was getting horribly mutated in an alien spaceship, and I was laughing. Never mind though. So yeah, I would 100% recommend this if you like superheroes, if you like stories. It's out on PS5 if you'd rather get it on that platform. It's got pretty good reviews across the mainstream games media. Whether or not you choose to trust that or not, probably not. You know, I'm just one asshole, so if you're wondering about it, maybe go check out a couple of other reviews and make up your mind that way. There's a deluxe edition which you can buy, which has digital comics, digital art book, I think soundtrack as well. Not gonna lie, I didn't buy that when I bought it because it was a bit of a chance there. I am seriously considering to upgrading to that because I want more of these characters. So I want to read those comics, and I want to see if there's any tits in the digital art book. So, but yeah, I had fun. I would. It's probably the game I've enjoyed most this year, if I'm honest. I played it. I bought it on a Saturday night. I went and spent the evening with my wife, and then came back up and played it, and stayed up far too late. And then Sunday morning, I got up early. I got up early, rolled out of bed, and continued playing. And then I went back and replayed it entirely that same day to get the other love interest. So I haven't really turned around a game that quickly since Mass Effect 2. No, I don't think it's as good a game as Mass Effect 2. Don't get me wrong, because that was like more of a fuller package. But I certainly enjoyed this for what it was. You know, it's essentially what used to be Telltale games, just done slightly differently. There's slightly more gameplay to it, if I'm honest, because you've got the whole sort of mini games angle, whereas before it was like just quick time events and dialogue choices. There's one sad soul on the Steam reviews forum that literally went through and counted how many choices there were to make, and then went through, counted how many choices there were to make in Walking Dead, like Season 3 or something. And it's like, well, Walking Dead has 827 choices. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? What are you doing, man? Oh my god. I really don't care. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, once you've played it twice, you can see where the sort of illusion of choice is, which is always the case in these games. There's always this one set path that it drags you back onto, no matter how much you try and get off of it. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Positive review for me. Hey, I'm sure they'll put that on the box art. Anyway, guys, that's all from me. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time.
Fucking chef's kiss.